Hello, everyone. My name is Craig Reese with Hollywood Junket. We are back, and we are going to be recapping all of the blind episodes today from season 19 of The Voice. And again, we have a special guest star to help us recap that. Allegra Miles will be joining us in just a little bit. She was in last season of The Voice, one of my favorite people from the show, and I am so excited to have her with us today. I'm excited to catch up with her, get a recap on her life. She just released a new single called Eyes. It came out on October 23rd. If you have not listened to that yet, you should definitely check it out. It's so good. And yeah, so Allegra and I will be recapping all of the blind episodes that we've seen so far. There were 5 episodes, and now the teams are all packed, and we're going into the battle rounds next week. Each coach has 10 artists on their team, and I have no idea where they're going to go from here because all 10 of them are... or all 40 of them, really, are so good. So, yes, looks like Instagram is still taking a second to sign on, so we'll give it another minute. But, yeah, if you are watching this, if you're able to comment, go ahead and tell me who your favorite artists have been so far. What team do you think is going to win? So, just a second, and Allegra, yes! You're there! Oh, my goodness, I miss you so much.
I miss you too. How are you?
All right, first of all, congratulations on Eyes. It's so good. It's so good.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Congrats on getting that single out. Tell me a little about putting that together and that experience releasing that single.
Yeah, so I mean initially my plan was like I wanted to release music like right after the show, like soon, but obviously like, you know, with COVID and everything that was really difficult.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I made it out to LA back in August, and so I was working on some music, and Eyes was one of those songs, and some more songs that are coming soon. But yeah, I wrote it over the summer, kind of progressively, and then finally got around to like the production and all that in August. So yeah, I'm so happy for it to finally be out. You know, when you release
Yes.
that whole process, like it's your baby and then you release it to the world. So I'm glad it's finally.
Are you gonna do a music video for it?
Yes, I actually am. I, as of recently, like kind of locked that down. In the next couple of weeks, I'm thinking I have someone, we're gonna work on that. So
Love.
I'll be releasing, I'm gonna say before the end of the year will be a music video for Eyes. So yeah.
Awesome. Oh, that's so cool.
Thank you.
I have to tell you too, I was excited that we were able to talk this week because on Monday night, on the last episode of The Blinds, Emily did How Will I Know?
Yes.
And it immediately made me think of your and Michael's version of that last season, which is still, I think, one of my all-time favorite, like, performances on the show. And no lie, I still listen to it, like, all the time. So yeah, this is all great because I literally thought of you Monday night when that happened, and now we get to talk today. So thank you again for joining us. So we only have a short time to recap a lot of what's happened so far. Have you been watching the shows?
I kind of a little, like as much as I can. I watched the first couple nights, and then the rest of it kind of just like on Instagram, like seeing the videos and stuff like that. But yeah, it's been really, it's crazy to like see it now, because I've watched The Voice for a lot of years, like with my family and stuff, and then being on it and now having the perspective of like talking with my family of like, oh my gosh, like I feel what they're going through, like that walk on stage is just terrifying. So I'm like, you know, having that perspective is interesting now for sure.
Yeah, I can't imagine now. Now you know. Now you know exactly what's going on, and yeah. Well, I think it'll be easiest maybe if I just kind of like go by teams now that we have the teams actually finalized, and if a name sticks out, like let me know if like what you thought about them or if you're rooting for them. I think we'll start. I've got to use a list because there's 40 artists and there's no way I'm gonna memorize that. So, we'll start with Team Legend. Some of my standouts, like for me, were Tamara J, John Holiday, Casme. I really liked Casme. Did you have anyone from that group that you
like the same people?
Yeah.
I think my two favorites I've heard so far are probably Tamara and John. I mean, oh my gosh, the fact that John did Misty, like a jazz song, I think is so cool.
Yeah.
On the show very much, like more traditional like jazz stuff. His tone, like you can have all the range and riffs and runs, but I feel like tone is the thing that really helps someone connect with the singer, and that was just ridiculous. And obviously Tamara was I love that she did a Lizzo song but also made it completely different at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also I will preface, obviously all 40 of these people are super talented, so I know it's easy for us to be like, yeah, she was excellent, he was excellent, but I like that detail. Thank you so much. I'm also rooting for Bailey Ray on Team Legend just because she's from Oklahoma, I'm from Oklahoma, so that's just a given, you know, so. But do you remember Bailey? She was country artist on the last night.
Yeah.
What's that?
Do you remember, what did she sing?
Bailey Ray sang an Alison Krauss song, I think, and it was the last episode just a couple nights ago.
Okay, I think I remember. Yeah, she's like a country.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I remember her.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and went to Team Legend, which John normally doesn't have country artists. I'm not a big fan of labeling all these artists because this show has proven that it doesn't really matter because you're going to sing all different kinds of songs and all that. But I'm excited for her to be with Legend. I think it'll help her out a lot. But yeah, she's another one of my favorites.
So good, like you're saying, like to honestly be on a different team than what would be expected. Be like strategy wise, because there will be less of that type, like that genre, like on that team, and also like the coach having a different perspective to give to you. And then again, music is music, as we know. So, yeah.
You know, and speaking of teams, I was actually got to talk to Thunderstorm last night. Both of you were Team Nick, correct? I'm not. Yeah. And we now know that Nick is going to be a judge on next season. You knew that, right?
No, I did not know that.
Oh, yes.
Wow. Okay, that's cool. I didn't know to come back after, because
Well, I hope I didn't spoil anything for you. I'm sorry.
That's awesome. That's great.
Yep. They're already shooting the blinds for next season, and he's right there on the judge's chair again. So yeah.
Wait, do we know the other coaches? Is it the other?
Pretty sure it's the same. I think I can say that. I'm gonna get in big trouble if I'm not. But yeah, I think the other three are the same.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, it's weird them switching, like Gwen in the fall, Nick in the spring, but I like all five of them, so I'm cool with it. So
it works out. Yeah.
Well, speaking of, I guess Gwen, we'll jump down to her team. Some names that stick out: Loriah Jackson. Really liked her. She's 15 years old. She's saying "I'll Be There" by Jackson 5. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah, I remember her. Yeah, she does not sound 15.
Does not sound 15. Yes. Yeah.
No. And
I forgot she was 15 until I just saw that, because her voice is so mature. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
We've also got Paige Turner and Carter Rubin.
Oh, Carter. He's like 14, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
I mean, he also obviously does not sound 14. He also sounds his range is crazy, and I cannot imagine, like, I was auditioning for the show, the initial auditions, and I was 13, 14, but I could looking back, I'm like, I would never have been able to actually do the show at that age. Like, I have so much respect for obviously everyone, but especially if you're like 13, 14, that's crazy.
No, I can't even imagine. That's awesome.
I know.
His personality too. Like, I really hope they like show him a lot. I don't know. Like, I think he's going to be fun to watch just in general. His voice, I feel like, can do so many different things. So I really hope he sticks around for a while. I really like that guy.
Me too. It was amazing.
And I think so with Loriah and Carter, and I'm pretty sure Gwen has another 14 or 15-year-old, I think, on her team too. So she's got a few young artists, which I think is so cool. Like, again, you were just saying it. I can't imagine being 13, 14, or 15 and going against some of these adults who have been doing it for decades, you know, like,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. No, it's crazy. And to think, I mean, when I did my blind, like it's by far the most nervous I've ever been for anything in
right.
my I will never be able to like adequately articulate how nervous I was. And I don't usually get like stage fright. Like I'm usually pretty fine, but yeah, like I feel their pain again, like just thinking about it. Like the walk up to the stage is like, and especially when you're younger and you have like a different type of pressure, I feel like, because the odds are stacked against you in a sense, but yeah.
Yes. Tell me this. So they're shooting these blinds now with the COVID restrictions, so it's just the 4 judges. Do you think that would be more nerve-wracking with just the 4 judges, or more nerve-wracking with an audience there? Because you obviously did it with an audience and the judges, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, I mean, for me, I am really glad I had an audience, and
Yeah.
I personally feel like I would have been more nervous with the setup they have now, but
Yeah.
it's
I think the same. Yeah.
I commend what they've done, you know, with the things. It's cool. It's also I don't know. I definitely vibe, and I feel like most people vibe with like an audience and like people, that connection. You can look at them, you see real people that almost ground you in a sense.
Yeah.
But then again, I feel like people who aren't used to performing in front of any type of audience might feel better with.
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah.
It's been funny because I think Kelly has mentioned a number of times like she can hear footsteps, and to me that just seems like that studio has got to sound so quiet if she can hear those footsteps, and I just feel like that would be more nerve-wracking, like just
Yeah.
almost like feeling like you're alone on stage, you know. So funny, but I'm glad they're making it work. I'm glad they're making it work.
Yeah.
Let's go to Team Blake, and we'll save Team Kelly for the end.
Mm-hmm.
Team Blake has a ton of great artists, just like everyone else. The one I want to mention right away is Worth the Wait. It's the only group that we have
Yeah.
in this season, and it was so good. Did you get to see their performance?
Yes, I remember that. I thought it was like someone hit their button like right in the beginning before they heard that it was a trio. I forgot.
Yes, Gwen turned first when just with the one, and then when they all 3 started singing, all the other 3 judges turned right away. Yeah.
Right, and the thing I liked about that is like it showed that I think each of the 3 girls, like they're all great in and of themselves, and I don't know, I feel like other times on the show it's like just the fact that there is a trio, they turn for that, you know, or a duo or whatever, but they're just amazing by themselves, and then when they come together it just blows even more. But yeah,
such a cool story too, like the mom filling in for the 3rd sister. Like I'm here for this group for sure. Like I think they're gonna be great, and we'll bring something different to the show. Trying to think of anyone else. Do you for Team Blake, do you happen to remember anyone like Just John or Ben Allen? Do you remember anyone from that group?
Yes, I remember him. He did the Khalid song, right? Talk? I think he did.
Yep.
Talk.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
I liked him a lot. I love that song. And I loved he was like vibing with it, which is hard to do when you're nervous, but he kind of, when you can just like let go like that, I appreciate that. And I feel like they heard that too. They heard that he was like moving with it, like he really liked the performance.
Yeah, I like Just John a lot. I'm excited to see what he brings.
Mm-hmm.
And I did see. I didn't mean to say Team Kelly, but I will say Team Kelly I think is my favorite. But I think I'm always Team Kelly actually. So
yeah,
I love her. But so who do I want to talk to here? We got Ryan Gallagher, Kelsey Watts, Des. Those right there are maybe some of my 3 from the whole group. Did you see any of them perform at all?
Oh yeah, I think Ryan was one of the first people I watched this season. I think like on YouTube or something. But he, oh my gosh, him specifically, I remember
Yeah.
it took completely away from like watching The Voice or whatever. It wasn't anything about the coaches. It wasn't about the chairs. It was about this guy made us feel something, and
Yeah.
he like brought us together, which is what music is about. And I feel like what is the goal in any performance? And it wasn't even like, oh wow, he's an opera singer doing an opera song. It's like, no, he's just an incredible artist.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh, it was stunning. It was stunning.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to see what he does next. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kelsey, she did a Kelly Clarkson song. I want to make sure I'm not messing that up. Yeah, she sang I Dare You. And she did that whistle tone like at the very end that made Kelly and Gwen turn.
I'm not sure if I saw her.
It's okay. There was a lot. It's all right. But watch it later. Kelsey Watts, I really, really like what she did with Kelly's song. Kelly even said she sang it better than herself. So
Wow.
yeah, that's huge for an artist to admit.
Yeah.
I mentioned Des, and then I mentioned Emily at the very beginning, but she is also Team Kelly, and I think she's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that is a very quick recap of some of my favorite artists. Were there any that I did not mention that you would like to shout out or talk about?
Let me see. I made a little list on a sticky note here. Julia Cooper, who did
Yes.
by Maggie Rogers. I loved her. I thought, I don't know, anyone who does a Maggie Rogers song, I love Maggie Rogers. I thought that was great. And she did make it her own too, but not too much. And I think you always have to find like that balance of making it your own, not just doing karaoke, but also respecting the integrity of the original. But she was super confident from the beginning.
Yeah.
I thought she was beautiful. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, she's Team Legend. She's going to be great. They're all going to be great. I don't know what to do.
It's hard. I mean, no, and I don't know. I'm sure it was a really interesting experience, like doing all of this, obviously with the pandemic and everything,
Yeah.
and all the safety precautions and it's great that they're able to make it work, like you were saying, and that they get the experience of doing it in the studio, and even not with the audience, but they're still getting the voice experience, I feel like.
Exactly.
Which is great.
Exactly. This season I've already got to catch up with Todd and Mandy, and both of them mentioned like just the process of getting to that stage is super intense, you know, so yeah, like the fact that there are just 40 super talented people on the show again is just, it's right, because it's so hard to even make it there. So yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of comments for you, Allegra. So y'all, if you don't know, she just released a single. It's called Eyes, and you can find that everywhere.
Everywhere.
So check that out. Yes. But Allegra, thank you so much for joining me today. I apologize for throwing a bunch of names at you. We had to recap all 5 episodes, but you did great, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Craig. It is always great to talk with you. And
you too. You too. We might bug you towards the end of the season to see like who the top 3 are, or maybe some of your favorites made it to the end. So don't.
First,
yes, we might be reaching out again soon, and maybe you'll be shooting the music video by then. Who knows? You know.
You can plug the music video too. Cool.
Well, so great to talk to you again. Thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely. Have a good one.
All right, I'll see you soon.
Bye.
And guys, that'll wrap it up for us. Thank you again, Allegra Miles, for joining us today to recap the first 5 episodes of The Voice Season 19. All of the blinds are now done. All the teams are filled. And next week, we'll be doing the battle rounds. But please keep checking us out here at Hollywood Junket. You can find us on Instagram. Also, we post all our videos on YouTube, so you can check all of the interviews that I've done, all on YouTube. Go check those out. Again, my name is Craig Reese. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.